Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday night with YOOTS, and glad you could make it. It looks like we've got quite a few people joined already. Looking forward. You give you a little time to call your friends, invite them to come in too. It's going to be a fun night tonight. I'm Ida Blevins, and this is my friend Cal Clark, and this is Selah, our friendly neighborhood pest.
Hey, what you doing?
She's
what you doing?
Chiming in tonight for whatever reason. She's going to talk to us. Anyway, welcome, and we're glad to have you here.
So I'm a little bit behind schedule, as always.
No.
And so I'm trying to just do a real quick edit here before we get started. And because we're going to need something for the game that we're playing.
That's right. It's going to be the best game tonight. We're going to test out our software, and we're going to see how far Facebook can take us. And it's going to be lots of fun. So.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work or not.
I don't know. It's going to work, Cal. And the winner's going to get what? Tonight is a big night, so I'm going to say 5 million uniquely the same bucks.
What?
5 million.
Uniquely the same bucks have no value.
That's right. Well, you're not supposed to tell them right off that there's no value to uniquely the same buck.
There you go. That's what you're really looking for.
That's
Come up here.
She
Say hello to the folks.
Treat.
Come up here. No, come over here. Come here. Up here. Come here. Say hello to everybody.
She got
if you're
her
get a
spring
snack.
haircut.
Here, say hello. Yeah, she's not so fluffy, and she got 2 ticks this week. So here you go. So we played with ticks all week.
Ew. So, you
So,
need to put some possums out in your yard.
some possums.
Yeah, possums eat ticks.
Hmm.
I don't know. Do you have possums in Pennsylvania? I don't know that I've ever seen one here. You're laughing at me. I'm serious.
All right.
Okay. Well, whatever.
All right. Let's see what we've got here. So the show tonight.
Yeah.
Did you explain it yet?
No.
I was asleep. So first thing we should say. First thing that we should
be surprised.
Well, I was working on something here.
Okay.
The first thing we should say is we're going to start to come on 10 minutes early. We figured out that by not coming on earlier, we end up starting later and later and later, and we're always scrambling, sort of like tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah. And so we actually started 5 minutes early tonight. If we would have started 5 minutes earlier, look, I'd be all set up. So anyway, so we didn't get started, but we're going to start the show at 10 minutes till.
Somebody's my niece is calling me my dad.
She heard something, huh?
She did.
So we're going to start 10 minutes early, but we're not going to really start. Our mic's going to be off.
And just You'll see the panic in our faces that we're trying to
you'll
get
see
ready.
me like doing this. That's how you'll know.
Yeah.
But there'll be music in the background, and I think eventually I'll get a counter so that it'll be obvious that that the show's going to start a little bit later. But up in that corner, where is that? Over there, we put that little thing up that says, we're going to start in a few minutes. So that little counter will be going on, and Ida will be dancing or whatever she'll be doing. So that's the first thing. So from now on, you're going to see us 10 minutes early, but there's nothing there. You don't have to come 10 minutes early. You're welcome to.
Yeah.
But there's nothing there.
Keep us company.
It's just us getting set up. And because there's a few, like last week, we had trouble with the comments. And we decided to just forget about it during the show. If we had 10 minutes, we could take 10 minutes to figure that out.
Right.
So that's what we're going to start to do. We're going to start to go live early. Then the show tonight is Great Minds Think Alike. And it's a game that we've come up with. And it's basically a take on, how we play
that
Family Feud.
I was going to say that feuding family game.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to just come right out and say
we play a game a lot like Family Feud.
Yeah.
We call it We've Got the Answer and we know it. But this is a show similar to that, but we're not going to do it with the big board. We're going to be, how we always do the research. It takes a lot of work to go out and survey thousands of people.
Months, yes.
So tonight we're going to do the research live. No one will even know the answer until you give the answer. That's the thing about the show. So So here we go.
All right.
Let's see. Where am I here, Ida?
I don't know.
You have no idea where I am.
It's hard to tell.
I'm still playing catch up a little bit, but I'm almost there. I'm almost caught up. Okay, I'm caught up.
All right.
So we're going to put a question up, and an example is like this. I don't have any more for you, Salem. I don't have any more. So So you're supposed to type an expensive type of card, but don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put that answer in. Okay. Don't type anything. Watch this. I've got this fancy schmancy. Oh, there it scrolls this way. Okay. So I'm going to open a card. If you're watching on Facebook, there's going to be a card opening up. Okay. And I'm going to open it right now. And it just says expensive type of car. So you're supposed to type an expensive type of car in there. But remember, the game is to match other people. So you're not just putting what comes to mind for you as an expensive type of car, but you want to put up an answer that is the answer you think the most people are going to say.
That's right. Okay.
All right. So you're going to put up an answer that tries to match as many people as possible. Now, if you're watching on YouTube or you're watching the recorded version, you're not on live, you are going to wait for 60 seconds, which we're almost like 40 seconds into this one. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to hit send on your answer. So you can type it as early as you want, but you're going to hit send. So after 60 seconds, so everybody should be writing their answer on Facebook in the card. All right. Mm-hmm. And I have no way of knowing whether you have typed or not. So I just have to trust that you're typing it. And so you put it in the card. You see it comes up there, and you can submit it, and then you can close it if you want, and it'll go up into the little corner. So is everybody seeing it there? Hopefully everybody's seeing it there.
I had to make myself me instead of uniquely the same. So now
because if you're uniquely the same, it just says that we put the question up.
Okay. So can we put it in there?
So you're supposed to put your answer in that you think other people are going to say. I don't have one, Selah, please. No. So So if you're on, so that's it. So if you're on YouTube, you can give your answer now, and I'm going to close the card. So now nobody can give an answer anymore. Okay, the card is closed. All right. So that's the way the game goes. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the card, and hopefully I'm going to be able to open it up. So here we go. So now I've opened the card. Look at that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers.
Yay, it
okay.
worked.
And here's sort of what they look like, at least some of them. There's 6 answers. And so Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Rolls-Royce, and Benz, Mercedes-Benz.
And we've got a couple answers coming in from YouTube.
Yeah. So what are the answers from YouTube?
Lambo and Lamborghini.
Lamborghini, so 2 Lamborghinis. Okay. So the way the game works is, since those two both said Lamborghini, if you said Lamborghini, you get 2 points. Okay. If you said Porsche, you get 1 point. If you said BMW, you get 1 point. If you said Mercedes, there was a Mercedes and a Benz, you get 2 points. If you say Rolls-Royce, 2 people said that, you get 2 points. Okay? So that's how the game is played. What'd you say?
I said, what did I say? I said Mercedes.
You said Mercedes. So you got 2 points for that. Okay? So see how the game, now you got to keep track of your own score. But that's the idea. Great minds think alike. So we didn't have any big scorers that round.
No, but we're gonna get there.
Okay. So now I am going to open up the next card. Okay. And here it is.
This is fun. I like this.
This one is 3-letter words. A 3-letter word, not words. 3-letter word. So write a 3-letter word that you think a lot of other people are going to write.
Okay, I might have to retract that last statement and say I'm not sure about this game anymore. A 3-letter word.
A 3-letter word. Hey, while you're at it, I came across this. I was at my mother's on Sunday, and I came up with this. I found this little piece of paper at her. I thought this was
Your
sort of
mom
funny.
Always has the coolest
This isn't
stuff.
a 3-letter word. This is a 2-letter word. Okay, I'll try to read it fast. Okay. There's a 2-letter word that perhaps has more meanings than any other 2-letter word. Okay. And that word is, believe it or not, up.
Up.
Yeah.
UP, up.
Yeah. By the way, Facebook, YouTube, you should hold your answers. I don't know if you have, but you hold your answers till I say hit submit. Okay. All right. The two-letter word that has more meanings than any other two-letter word is up. That you wouldn't think of that word as the first one to come to mind, would you? Okay, here it is. It's easy to understand up, meaning toward the sky, right? Up, or the top of the list, up,
right.
Up on top. But when we awaken in the morning, have you ever thought about this? Why do we wake up? Because you think we're laying down and we sit up?
Yeah, I think that must be
okay. At a meeting, why does a topic come up?
Okay.
Why do we speak up? And why are officers, officials, politicians, why are they up for election? And why is it up to the administrator to write up a report? You ever write up anything?
Yeah, I write up things all the time.
Why do you write it up?
I don't know. Because I could be writing it down or I could just be writing it.
Sometimes you pick up the phone and you call up your friends.
That's true.
And we use it to brighten up a room or to polish up the silver. We warm up the leftovers. Why do we warm up leftovers?
How many of these you have? That's awesome.
And we clean up the kitchen. It's dirty, so you clean it up. We lock up the house. Some people fix up their cars. At other times, the little word has a really special meaning. People stir up trouble. Or they line up for tickets. Or they work up an appetite and think up excuses. To be dressed is one thing, but to be dressed up is special. And this up is confusing. A drain has to be opened up, right? Yeah. Because it was stopped up. We open up a store in the morning, but we also close up the store at night. Why don't you open it up and close it down? Yeah. But you close it up. We seem to be pretty mixed up about the word up. To be knowledgeable about the proper uses of up, look up in the dictionary.
Look up. Okay.
In a desk side dictionary, it's going to take up almost a quarter of the page. And if you're up to it, you might try building up a list of the many ways that up is used. It will take up a lot of your time.
It's already taking
But if you don't give up,
don't
give up.
Okay.
You may wind up with 100 or more different definitions. When it threatens to rain, we say it's clouding up. And when the sun comes out, we say it's clearing up. When it rains, it wets the earth and messes things up. Yeah. When it doesn't rain for a while, then things dry up. Well, anyway, I could go on, but I'll wrap it up because my time is up. So it's time for me to shut up.
Shut up. No. We've got, Henry said, how about look up the answer? David says, if you want to do something, you're up for it and can say, I'm down at the same time.
Yeah. Why is it up and down?
Henry
anyway,
says,
yeah, please.
Don't give up. Laura says, it's up to you.
There you go. Yeah. Isn't that a wild word?
Yeah, it is.
We use it in so many ways. Anyway, I just thought that was a fun article. I'd never seen an article like it before, so I wanted to.
So that's a 2-letter word.
I wanted to pick it up and show it to you.
I'm glad you brought that up.
But we're not interested in 2-letter words.
No, we want a 3-letter.
It's time for a 3-letter word, and people who are watching on YouTube, you should now send your answers. And I'm closing the 3-letter word quiz. So if you're not watching live, you're watching recorded, or you're starting to watch at this point, or you're on YouTube, you will now see what the answers are. To how the scoring goes. Whoa! Here we go.
Oh my!
There are 1, 2, 3. Now Kathy Wilder. Oh no, she said that she typed a bunch of times. So we're not going to count all of Kathy's answers. she must not have known that she was sending it. I don't really know how the interface works. So here's the answers. Dog.
That's a good one.
The. Jar. No combos yet. Cal. Henry Perlman says sex. Yeah. That's one that's on a lot of people's minds. I can see that. Linda goes with the classic and.
That's a good one. 6.
Joel says cat. 7. Mary Lou repeats dog. Yes. So now we're up to 2 for dog. And John says cat. We're up to 2 for cat. Kathy says out. That's the only out so far. And that's it. Mary Lou and John said their answer twice too. So did you get any on?
No,
okay.
I didn't get any.
So those are the no. Did you get any that came from YouTube?
Yeah. The and dog.
Dog and the. So dog has 3 points now.
Oh, that's right.
And the has 2.
Okay.
So there you go. So
thank you.
So did you get that? So keep your score. How many do you have so far? How many? You got 2 points?
Yeah.
Because you're the only one who says your answers.
I don't think that's funny.
Oh, look, I still have the same question up. I'm sorry, I didn't give you the second question. We're already past it. I got so carried away with up. That was our 3-letter word question.
Oh, well.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right. The next question is disliked school subject that everyone takes. Okay. A disliked school subject that everyone takes. I've just opened up the quiz, the card for the quiz.
Okay.
So your new question.
Subject.
So you got to think of a subject in school that, that's disliked, but everybody takes it at one point or another. There's only so many options. I mean.
Okay.
I got it. So this is question number 3, and you're trying not just to come up with your own answer like Ida does. She's not trying to come up with the most unique. I'm
just a rebel without a clue.
Lots of times we do the show most unique. This is not that show. This is great minds think alike.
Oh, I think this one everybody's going to agree with me. I know it.
Okay, disliked school subject. If you're watching on YouTube, hold your answer for a second. I'll tell you when. Disliked. Did you have a particular? I don't know if we should. Actually, let's not talk about that because we'll give away. We'll get people to give their answers.
Oh.
It is the time of the year though. We're getting toward May. We're getting toward the end of school.
Almost graduation time.
Yeah. Anybody out there graduating or have somebody getting ready to start that? My boys are going to be graduating from high school, so they're starting to. I bet they're getting charged up about. I'll bet you they know how many days there are left of school.
I'm sure they do.
Do you know how many days are left of school? In your area?
Well, it's time. It's that time of the year too. It's like a stressful time of the year. It's fun because you're anticipating the end of school. But this year it's been weird because a lot of school time's been spent at home.
Yeah.
But it's prom time. It's graduation time. It's all those fun
Hopefully
things.
you can focus on the fun stuff.
That's right. There's a lot of fun stuff.
not-
And even
not
the fun stuff to come.
And not get too down.
That's right.
Okay, we're about ready to close the poll for this third question.
This one I'm going to get. I know. I just know
Disliked school subject that everyone takes. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm closing it now. You YouTube people can send your answers.
Okay.
And send your answers now. If you're not watching live, you can still put your answer in there, and then that'll document it before you hear what the answers are. Let's see. This is so fun that we can see the answers.
I like this.
Right live, and you don't have to tally them. You used to have to write them all
that's
down.
even better. I'm having a hard time tallying my own.
Although even this is a little hard to write all these.
Look at that.
Okay, so do we have any YouTube answers that have come through yet?
We have 2 YouTube answers.
Yep. What are they?
English and math.
English and math. Okay. So now let's see if anybody else said that. Yep. There's a math. There's another math. That's 3 maths.
I'm disappointed.
Here comes a geography. That's a pretty good one.
Everybody hates geography.
I would have gone with history, by the way, but my answer doesn't count because I didn't document it. Science. Here's another math. That's the 4th math.
Kathy gave me a geography.
2 sciences. Here's another math. That's the 5th math. Mary Lou gym class. That's one alone. Here's a 6th math and a 2nd geography. If you said math, you get 6 points. That is the
and 5 million UTS bucks.
The great minds. No, you don't get it for that. You got to win the whole game.
Yeah, but you're getting closer.
Oh, you're on your way. Yeah, that's definitely true. You're definitely on your way. Okay, so I just went through the score. I can't do it again, but it was 6 maths. There were 2 geographies. There was a couple of something else.
English.
There weren't more than 1 English.
There was only 1 English? English was from YouTube.
And there was only 1 English, and there was only 1 science.
Okay.
There was only 1 gym.
I can't believe Laura said math. I thought, Laura, you're the math major.
Well, that's why she didn't say it.
She knows other people don't like math. Maybe that's it.
Okay.
Anyway.
You say. All right. That's our 3rd one. Boy, we've got a lot of these to get through, so we've got to keep moving.
Okay.
Here's the 4th one. This is a job that starts with the letter P. A job. That's hard to think of, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it was, but it's not nice.
Right away.
Okay.
A job, like a career, like work.
Yeah.
That starts with the letter P. If you're on Facebook, you can put that in the quiz. If you're on YouTube, hold on to that for a second. So yeah. Not only do you finish school, but if you really are like graduating, or you're finishing college, or you're finishing graduate school, or you're finishing 6th grade and not going to keep going, you're starting to think about career, and you're also thinking about summer work. Right. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I heard there's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, I was reading today. One of my friends posted she thinks it's time for the people who have retired to go back to work because there's so many jobs.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe people have gotten used to working at home and they're like, I'm not going out there. I'll let somebody else do that getting in the car in the morning thing.
Yeah, driving to work, being around other people physically. I don't know. I miss work. Work.
What do you mean? You're working?
This job is so much fun. It doesn't feel like work.
I just said to me today, you need a job where you make up games. Like, I have a job where I make up games.
He's doing it. But I think you could sell these games is what I thought. I was trying to be complimentary and not, I'm not taking you for granted. This is not an easy thing pulling these games together every week.
Oh, come on. This is the best job in the world. You're just convinced
I have the best job in the world.
Cakewalk.
Whatever.
Sayla's wound up today.
She is wound up, and I already gave her my sneak treat. So that's it.
We've fooled her by giving her too many treats in the past, and now she thinks she gets treats all night through the whole show.
Okay.
Instead of just that first one. Okay, are we ready to close the thing and get the answers?
Can the people in YouTube hit send?
Yeah, YouTube, go ahead and hit send. I'll close the thing on. Ouch, that hurt.
Who knew this was a hazardous job?
And we'll start to look at the answers.
Oh my goodness! Look at all
1,
those
2,
answers.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answers came in here. And did any come in through? Yes. Police officer and physical therapist. It's interesting that the guy who's thinking about being the physical therapist didn't write physical therapist, but the other one did.
Well, there you go.
Okay. How about a physician?
I think that's good.
How about a postmaster? I was going to go with postal worker or postman. I don't know whether we would have given credit for that. We'll see if it comes up a second time. Okay. A pop star.
That's a good answer.
That's a good job.
Yeah.
A plumber, of course. The plumber is that has to be the answer. Police officer. No, only one person said police officer.
We have 2. YouTube guy. We have a YouTube police
officer. Okay, so 2 police officers, and now a plumber, which is a repeat of Joel's, and a physician, which is a repeat of yours. Okay, so 2 points for plumber, 2 points for physician, and then parent. There's a good job.
That is.
And then Tom went with podiatrist.
But that's a physician, so I think that should count.
No, it's not the same name. We're not going to give you credit for it. If you want to count it, you can. But my goodness, podiatrist is not a physician. I mean, it's a physician, but it's not the same career. It's not the same name. That's your answer. You're trying to get the second point.
No. Listen, I want those 5 million
Tom,
UTS
podiatrist, you're supposed to write down what you think other people are going to write. Maybe he did think that. Everybody's got feet.
Not everybody.
That's true. That's true. Not everybody's feet.
Not everybody. Okay.
Please stop. Okay. Please stop. You're being a little bit of a bother.
Okay. Well,
there's the P's.
I got 6 points.
I didn't show proof.
Oh, show proof.
Here's the proof of the answers. So there's some. Tom's is cut off on the bottom. The podiatrist one. I don't know if I should put that up actually because
Tom
it puts
says
everybody's
blue.
name.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I still think of matched. You know. Whatever.
Okay. Let's move on to the next question. All right.
Okay.
Next question.
I'm ready.
So you got track of your overall points. It's a lot to keep track
This
of
is
here.
question number 5, correct?
This is question number 5.
Okay.
And we're trying to get to 9 actually.
Wow.
I don't know if it's going to be possible. But this one's a real easy one. It's just basically give us a primary color.
A primary color.
Now there's either 3 or 6 of them. I don't know which.
There's more than 3.
Primary colors.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have an argument here. There are 3 primary colors.
No, there's more than 3.
There might be
colors.
6, but that's the most.
Well, there's a big difference
I think
between
there's
3 and
3.
6. No.
Oh, Al Kunzel, you gotta.
Where is Al? We need him.
He's my scientific friend. I know when you get a printer, there's 3 colors, and you mix the colors. Those would be the primary colors. The primary colors are the 3 colors you get.
Numbers, not primary colors.
No, you get 3 primary colors when you're like in kindergarten, and they say, "Here, mix these together, and you can make every other color out of them."
That's true. But I think there's still. I think the vernacular.
Okay, you think that, but you're wrong. But it's okay.
Somebody Google it out
It's
there.
okay to be wrong.
I can't believe you said I was wrong. But okay.
Of course, as we've been doing YouTube, people, you're supposed to hold on. Don't just charge ahead and put your answer out there.
Ahead. Charge ahead. Oh, what does he know?
Other people have their answer out there. They've had plenty of time, don't you think?
That's right. I say go for it. How many primary colors can there be?
3. It's not like there are thousands of careers and you have to choose from between podiatrist
and physician,
pediatrician, and whatever,
pulmonologist, and okay. I'm trying to help everybody.
All right,
out here.
we're closing the card. Okay, YouTube, give your answers, and we'll close the card. Take a look at what answers came up.
How many primary colors there really are.
And here are the answers that came up.
Oh my goodness!
Red, 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 red. Blue.
There's a blue.
Red, blue.
2 blues.
2 if you said blue. How many if you said red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we got to add the.
And then Joel's over there. I think he's cheating a little bit, but he says Alexa says 3. And Kathy says there's 3 too. So we have 2 blues and.
I feel like, was that what I said?
Let's not be.
I can't remember what I said.
I was thinking about the small box of crayons you get. You know when you're.
You think those are the 21 primary
no.
colors?
Not the
3 rows of 7.
I'm mad. I'm not playing this game anymore. Yes, I am, because I'm going to get the 5 million.
Sky blue.
We have 2.
What answers did you get over there?
Aquamarine.
Another blue. So that's 3 blues.
We have 2 blues.
Oh, 4 blues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 4 blues and what did I say? 7 reds?
I don't know. I think there's like 50 reds.
I'll count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 reds.
Okay.
6 reds.
This is, even though I'm bad at this, I'm still better than I was at the other game.
How many points do you have total?
12.
You have 12?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
So
did you say red on that one?
I did say red.
Oh, well, that's why. You got to have your points right there.
But blue and yellow make green. So there's
black and yellow, black and yellow. How come nobody said that?
Well, I was thinking about these colors because I just watched the Harmony Pittsburgh Spring presentation. It was so good. And they did.
Wait, while you're talking about this, I'm going to open up the next question.
They did the colors that were associated with different emotions, and I thought it was really, really good.
What do you mean the colors that?
like red for anger and green for disgust and blue for sad and um, purple for I forget. But I put a link to the Harmony Pittsburgh's spring presentation in the doobly-doo. So if you want to go look at it, I wish you would because it's really good.
So Harmony, they had their concert on Sunday,
right?
Wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And it's on Facebook and YouTube. I think. Well, maybe it's on.
It's definitely on YouTube. I watched it.
It's definitely on Facebook.
Zoom, but it's definitely on. No, I watched. Yeah, it's on Facebook and it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I put the link to YouTube.
When I went to look at the Facebook one, some of the songs were blanked out because they were copyrighted. So I don't know if it's still there or in what form it's there. Yeah. And but I didn't look at the YouTube one. So
it was really good. They did Somewhere Over the Rainbow. They did American Sign Language. The whole group did it, and it was just lovely.
Anna Marie did some stuff on it.
I think she might have led that part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anna Marie's his daughter,
my daughter,
in case you're wondering.
Great minds. Question number 6 is a beautiful type of tree.
A beautiful
type of tree. Not just any tree, but a beautiful type of tree. And are we ready to give our answers? We've been chatting. They've been looking at. Hopefully you've seen it. So I'll give you 10 more seconds, and then we're going to close it. And the YouTube people can send their answer in 3, 2, 1, and it's closed. The voting is now closed.
It's so official.
Yeah. When it closes, it closes. It's over.
You can't go back.
Let's see here. So, shall we take a look at what people had to say?
Yes.
Do you think many people are going to say the same one on this one?
I think yes. It's that time of the year.
Okay, here's what I would have said. Dogwood.
That's what I said.
Okay, there you go. Here we go. What'd you get on YouTube? Any? Can you see them?
Pine and oak.
Pine and oak.
They are beautiful.
Solid trees. Yep. Everybody. But cherry tree. That's a good one, particularly if you're in Washington D.C.
Yes.
This time of year, that's a good one. Then dogwood. That goes along with us. And magnolia. Those are also very nice ones.
Magnolia is a good one.
Is a magnolia a spring tree too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Maple. Cannot go wrong with maple. Oak, pine. Those are all. Here's another dogwood. Right. So how many dogwoods is that? 2. 2 dogwoods.
1, 2, 3 dogwoods.
There's a third dogwood, yours, and a second cherry. So 2 cherries, 3 dogwoods, and 1 for everybody else. I do believe.
Okay.
All right, that's your score. Just to prove that I'm not making this up.
Okay.
It's actually,
Joel was unable to answer.
Actually, the answers are out there. We didn't give him enough time.
Okay.
You were talking and he was listening, and we didn't announce what the question was. I just put it up there
to share that information.
Yeah, well, that was worth it. Okay. That was better. That was better than the question. So it's all fine. Okay, here we go. The next question is not a beautiful type of tree. The next question is common bedtime. What would you say is I think we actually even did this on one of our Family Feud games.
Well, let me ask.
What would you say is a
like
common
when you
bedtime?
Go to bed or when you fall asleep?
Well, it's the time you go to bed. I fall asleep within a minute of going to bed.
Oh, you don't know
if
how
I want
lucky
to.
you are.
Sometimes I go to bed and don't want to go to sleep. I just want to relax a little bit. Why? What do you mean?
Because I go to bed with the intent of going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell you the time, but I go to bed at that time. And then I try to sleep. And I think if I go to sleep now, I have 8 hours before I have to wake up.
Nice.
And then I think if I go to sleep now, I have 7 hours before, and then 6, and then 5, and then 4. It's horrible.
You're thinking about that for a really long time. For a whole hour, you're thinking.
I toss and I turn and I turn and I toss, and I don't understand why. So
insomnia. You're not alone. A lot of people have trouble sleeping.
And I think it's worse without being able to get out and about so much. But
it's sort of like socks in a dryer. Like you put 2 in and sometimes only 1 comes out. Well, when you don't sleep at night, but I have trouble waking up. So you give your lack of sleep, and I take a lack of waking up.
Oh. Once I
It all
wake up,
balances
it's
out. It's the conservation
it's when
of bedtime.
Yeah.
But the question is, what's the common bedtime?
Okay. I've got my answer.
I think it changes. It depends on how old you are.
Oh,
Don't you think?
Ageist thing to say.
No, it's
Do you
not.
think old people get tired?
Don't you think Kristen's kids go to bed earlier than, like, her answer for bedtime is going to be different than?
Well, yeah, for her kids, she probably doesn't go to.
So I'm not ageist. You just said kids.
Oh my.
Okay, YouTube, give your answer. I'm going to close the card. It's your last thing.
Before we get into a fight, somebody please respond.
Common bedtime. It is closed. That is the end of the common bedtime question.
We're waiting.
Here's what I keep forgetting to do.
What's that?
I have a way that I can just put the answers on the screen.
Why don't you?
So here we go. So what are the YouTube answers?
One says 10 o'clock and one says 11 o'clock.
10 o'clock and 11 o'clock from there. Mm-hmm. And then we have an 8 o'clock, another 10 o'clock. So that's two 10 o'clocks, an 11:30, then an 11 o'clock. That's the second one of those, a third 10 o'clock, a fourth 10 o'clock, and a third 11. So 3 for 11, 4 for 10, 4 for 10, 3 for 11. And everything else is
goose egg
1
for me.
So wait. So let's see if I can do this. Okay. So 10 o'clock was 4 points. See, I could have been doing this the whole time.
Why weren't you doing that? It would be so much easier for us.
11 o'clock is 3 points.
I see.
See how I could have done this? I was even prepared for it. And all the rest.
Because you're getting so old, the memory kind of goes.
Or 1 point. See that?
Yeah.
Could have been doing that all along, and then everybody know what was going on.
Thank you for doing that, though, Calvin. That helps us out a lot. Even though we're on question number 7, we just now decided to do it. But other than that, it's
all right.
fine.
2 more questions. Here it is.
Okay.
The question is, what is a sport without a ball? Name a sport that does not include a ball.
I got it.
You've got one?
I do.
You think there is one? There's a lot of them, actually.
Yeah.
A sport without a ball. But you usually, particularly for me, see, the whole reason why I play sports is so I can chase a ball. So, but there are sports that don't involve balls.
That's true.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
Think Olympics. A lot of sports in the Olympics that don't have any balls. But what would you say? About half sports have balls? That'd be my guess.
The ones that get the most airtime on television.
Yeah, I'm saying like Olympic sports.
Yeah.
We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up.
So we can't talk too much about this, or we'll give too much away. But what is a sport without a ball is the question we're looking for. We're going to give it about just 20 more seconds.
I'm not really confident of my answer. I mean, I'm confident of my answer, but I'm not confident anybody else would have thought that.
Well, then why'd you make that your answer?
Because when I was writing it, here's the thing. When I was writing it, I felt confident, but then once I hit send, my confidence just went away.
Okay.
So, whatever.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Sorry. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds to put your answer in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now is the time for the YouTube people to hit send. Okay. And the card is closed on Facebook. So let's see what we've got here.
Okay.
All right. A sport without a ball. Oh, lots of answers to this one.
Oh my.
So here we go. Swimming. Horseback riding. Swimming. Hockey. Swimming.
Oh.
Swimming. Badminton.
Oh.
Hockey. That's a second hockey. Skiing. That's a second skiing, right?
Yeah. No.
No, that's a first skiing. Archery.
Oh.
That's one. And there's the second skiing. So there were two skiing. So what did we get there?
We have, and on YouTube, we have hockey.
Oh, that's how many hockeys is that?
Well, and we have one hockey and one is, I would say chess boxing, but I'm going to say hockey. So there's two hockeys.
Okay, two hockeys, and how many? And there's a hockey up here, right?
Yes.
Was the first one? There's a hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a family one. Hockey.
It is.
Oh, because it is a puck. See, they're being tricky. Doesn't have a ball. There's a third one. John said hockey.
Oh, okay.
So that's 3, 4. 4 for hockey. Is that the number one answer?
I think it is the number one answer.
Hockey is 4 points.
Mm-hmm. Horseback.
Did you put horseback riding?
I did.
I could see why you'd question your answer. By the way, you're always one of the earliest answers. Maybe you should pause. There was a bunch of swimming.
Think it through a little
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 swimmings too.
Rhythmic dancing.
Swimming.
You know, they swirl those things around. That's snowballs.
Okay.
What else?
Were there any other that were duplicated? Skiing.
There was 2 skiing.
Skiing is 2 points. Mm-hmm. And I think that's it.
Everything else.
Is 1 point.
Let's just be nice and say everything else.
Sure. Okay. All others. This is an Ida kind of game. At least you get 1 point.
That's right. I always get a point, and I'm happy about it.
I guess 1 point. How about that? That was question number 8. How you doing? How many points do you have total?
I don't know anymore.
You got 1 for that one.
10,
so you had 12 on question 4. So probably now you have like 14.
I have 17.
Well, you got 1 for every one since 12.
Okay.
It's okay.
Bye, Henry. We'll see you next week. He can't. He's checking out.
All right. One more question here. Something you would find at a county fair.
At a county fair.
Yeah, something you would find. You know, you go to the county fair or the state fair. We'll give you that one.
Okay, then I have the perfect answer, and I know everybody's going to say
or the carnival or the whatever fair. Maybe you should.
Carnival is not a fair.
No.
Okay. It's either county or state fair.
County or state fair.
Yeah.
Or locality fair.
Locality fair.
Well, I'm sure some people have like city fairs, or why does it have to be limited to counties? See, you did it again.
Well, I
hit send, and now are you regretting it now?
No, because I'm sure everybody has this. Their fairs.
A county fair. Hey, on that one with the sport without a ball,
mm-hmm.
I want to mention that John Zolko sent us a video.
Oh, yeah.
Of a person who does a sport without a ball, and we're going to show that we're going to show that video. Actually, not the whole video because it's copyrighted, but we're going to show some excerpts and refer you to the original video. The original video was from Frank Gumbel's HBO. What's it called? Words. I don't know. It'll say in the video when it comes up.
And it's also, there's a link in the doobly-doo. Okay.
Yeah. So are we ready? Are we ready to close? We'll give you like 10 more seconds and then we'll close this one out. We're doing okay on time. We're not really hitting our 30-minute mark, but
okay.
We're also not an hour and a half.
That's true. That's the bright side, Brandon.
Okay, we're going to close the card, and the YouTube people need to now send your answers. And the card is now closed.
Okay. All right, guys. I know you're going to support me on
funnel
this
cakes.
One. Oh, no.
Everybody knows funnel cake is the answer.
I wasn't thinking funnel cakes.
Okay. Name something you would find at a county fair, Ida. Let's see what answers we got. Oh, lots of them. Ice cream. Butter cow.
Doesn't every...
I don't even know what a butter cow is. What's a butter cow?
What? In Illinois.
It turns out
a lot
of people didn't put
cow out of butter. And that's a big attraction. We all go see the butter cow every year. What are you laughing at? There better be some Illinois people say butter cow. Oh,
Here's a crazy one. The
what's
only duplicate answer is games.
Oh.
Kathy said games, and unless you get 2 points if you said games. What'd they say on YouTube?
They didn't say anything.
Said, what is a funnel cake?
A tent and people.
Yep, that's not a duplicate either of anybody.
Tom says, what is a funnel cake?
Here's what we said. I'll tell you what that is. Okay. So here's the answer. Ice cream, butter cow. I'm glad you went for the match that time. Corn dogs. Corn dog. That's a good answer. Look how many people thought food.
Well,
games.
After it's all over, the butter.
Mary Lou said French fries. Just straight up. And John said Midway rides. Right? These are classic answers. Linda said goat.
There are goats at the
then just the generic food, which we can't match with anything. A Ferris wheel, right?
Right.
Fences. There's fences around the.
There's even the butter cow is in a refrigerated dairy.
And then another duplicate
life-size cow. No.
On the Family Feud game, this one would have had 10 answers on the board. Well, that was a lousy one to end with. We only got one little 2-point answer, and all others get 1 point.
1 point. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Well, something tells me
funnel cake is deep fried drizzle batter. That's exactly what it is. You actually have a little funnel. You pour batter into it over deep fry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did you call that? A pan. A deep fryer. And you move it around. So this is it. So you move it around, and it makes a circle of like these layers, and it's sort of like spaghetti, like fat spaghetti in there. And then you pull it out, and you put powdered sugar on it.
It's decadent.
And sometimes you put strawberries or chocolate or put all sorts of things on.
Funnel cakes one time here.
Should we?
We should.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Next week, come back and you'll see us making funnel cakes. That's the end of the Great Minds Think Alike.
Aww.
The main place that we thought alike was on the 6-point question. What was that? Swimming.
I'm so disappointed.
As a sport.
But anyway, this was fun. I like that we can put up those answers and people can respond and we can get
them. So this we tried this game before. Mm-hmm. I mean, we tried out the technology a couple weeks ago to set up for these kind of games where we can have like interactive games that tabulate themselves. So this was a little bit more complicated one because we had to figure out all these. You could write anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
Thanks for playing.
That was fun.
Great minds.
Should we go? Should we move on with the show, Ida?
Yeah,
or should we just come to a grinding halt right here? Grinding halt right at this point.
No, let's move on.
Why don't we, as a way of moving on, why don't we move to your saying of the week?
I think so. And one of the things that drew me to this saying of the week is tomorrow is National Gardening Day. So the saying this week is, so plant your own gardens and decorate your own soul instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers. So basically, you've got control, take it. So plant your own gardens and decorate your own soul instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers.
I'd like somebody to bring me flowers every once in a while, too.
Well, that's nice, too. You can't deny it.
Take somebody, plant your own garden, decorate your own soul, and then take flowers to somebody.
That's right.
That's how I would change this.
Well, you could write your own saying. And then I would put your saying up there.
Let's do the joke of the week.
Okay.
Hey, the jokester of the week is Deb Peterman, and she is a jokester.
She is a jokester.
And
she's a lovely human being.
She's got a lot of really good jokes.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to see what this really good joke is going to be.
So scared,
I can't wait to see how good her joke is going to be today. Here's what Deb says. She searched my iPhone for how to stay awake in the early evening.
Well, Yeah.
She searched her iPhone. I forgot to. Let me just. Now that I have this technology,
the suspense is killing me.
How to stay awake in the early evening. Right. It turns out there's a nap for that. How to stay awake in the early evening. Where's that sound machine when you need it? It's right there.
I wanted to get
Why don't we have the sound machine?
Oh. Well, that's a good one, Deb. Thank you very much. There's a nap for that.
Come on, that's funny. There's a nap for that.
Well, it's a little play on words.
Because she looked on her iPhone.
And there's a nap for that. I get it.
It's called iNap. I sleep.
Janet says, and so well put.
Ugh. It does let you sleep keep you awake in the evening.
Yeah.
Good nap.
There's a nap for that.
Yeah. I had a friend that used to take power naps. He would literally just like 5 minutes.
I wish
sleep,
I could
and
do
then
that.
wake up. He said he always claimed that refreshed him. I don't think that would work for me. I had another friend in college that we would stay up all night before tests. And we'd be so exhausted, or maybe a couple nights in a row. And the second night, it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he'd look at me and he'd go, "Hey, just let me sleep for 80 seconds."
80 seconds.
I said, "All right, I'm going to wake you up in 80 seconds," and then I'd wake him up and go, "Okay, just 12 more seconds."
If you can parcel it out, just seconds. Good on you.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's that time. Time for news, time for views, time for ideas, time
What
for
about
thoughts.
birthdays? We've got a few birthdays. I want to reach out
Shout
and
outs.
say
Yep.
happy birthday to Billy Claro today. Alyssa Tumali on the 14th. Kim Allen on the 15th. Nancy Clark on the 15th. Kim Holler on the 15th. And Julie Twilla on the 17th. And just a shout out to Kristen's son, RJ. He got his first karate belt. So congratulations, you little karate star.
How do you do better than that?
That's pretty fun. Much better.
I didn't know that RJ was doing karate. So good on him.
Yes.
Let me look at my birthdays real fast so that I don't. If it's
my
mother's birthday or something, that'd be really.
We don't want you to miss your mom's birthday again. No, it was last week.
I didn't miss my mother's.
I'm just kidding. What you done?
I got nothing to add.
Who knew? Okay.
I don't even know what day this is.
The 13th. Today is the 13th. It's National Peach Cobbler Day. I know that's important. Friday the 16th is wear your pajamas to work day. I think a lot of people are wearing.
There are no such
days. You
just make up days.
I do make up days. No, I don't. National Cheese Ball Day is the
17th. It is not National Cheese Ball Day.
On the 17th, look out your window. It's National Cheese Ball Day.
Who makes up these days?
I don't.
It's you, Ida.
It's me. Well, I scour the internet for these very important days, and
I don't think why scour. You just make them up. I think that's what you're really doing. Making up the days.
Well, there you go.
We do have to do a little pitch for our news page on our website, uniquelythesame.org/news, and you'll find some fun stuff there. So today, if you went there, you would have found out that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is halted for a little bit. You would have found out a bunch of other stuff, all the other stuff that's on your screen there. So you can go there, and every couple of hours you're going to get a new news feed, a little bit more information. I'm glad that RJ was excited, and I always love teaching my guys. That you have strength in your job of use your strength as a discipline so that you can protect and defend and sometimes tear down. But you have to know when to tear down and when to protect
and lift up.
Up. There's a movie called Up.
It's one of my favorite movies in the world. I love that movie.
I think we're coming to a.
I think so.
Oh no, we forgot the video.
Oh, that's right.
We said we're going to show the video.
That's so good.
So let me bring the news down for a minute. John Zolko sent us this video. So I hope you're still with us because this one is worth seeing. And this is a video called "Never Say Can't," and it's about what's her name? Jen Bricker Bauer. Mm-hmm. And she starts off with saying, "Always say can," or "can" is the can't is not part of your vocabulary.
That's right.
Of her vocabulary. So here's we just did some clips. This is actually a longer video that is so you can look at the original link. We want to search you there, but we just want to play it, show you, talk a little bit about it. So we're using it in those sort of rights as giving editorial comment on it. And here's the video. Are you ready for it?
Can't is not part of your vocabulary. If you just put your mind to it, you can do it.
And you believe that?
Yeah. That's the crazy thing is if you're never given limits, then you think, I can do anything.
And if she could do anything, she wanted it to be this. What she saw her hero, Dominique Moceanu, doing on TV. There was just one problem. Jennifer was born without legs.
It bothered me to think that there was a little girl that was left at the hospital and she had no legs, so I thought she needed a family that would love her and take care of her.
They decided to raise her with no limitations and just one simple rule. Never say the word
can't.
The girl who wasn't allowed to say can't was on her way to becoming a genuine gymnastics champion. She started at 7 on the trampoline with her dad. In time, she was competing. Soon after that, she was dominating. And by high school, Jennifer Bricker was the tumbling champion of the state of Illinois.
She didn't consider herself handicapped. She was talking to some friends one time, and one of them said something about her being handicapped. She said, well, I'm not handicapped. And they said, well, you have to use a wheelchair. She said, just to keep them getting dirty.
One day at age 16, out of curiosity, Jennifer asked her mother a question.
Hey, is there anything that you, know about my adoption or biological family that you didn't tell me?
I said, okay, but you got to sit down. And she said, Mom, I'm always sitting. And she said, maybe you should sit down. I said, okay, let me sit down. And she said, well, what's the big deal? Just tell me what my last name is. And I said, well, that's the big deal. And she said, what do you mean? I said, your last name would have been Moceanu.
I knew what that meant. I knew that Dominique Moceanu was my biological sister.
When she finally tracked Dominique down, Jennifer wrote her a letter. Inside the envelope were adoption papers, a photograph, and a stunning piece of news.
My biological last name is Moceanu. That line, I was just like, I can't believe this is happening. Everything was there. The evidence was there. Jennifer looked like the spitting image of my youngest sister, Christina.
What a moment for anyone to even speak to their childhood idol, but for their childhood idol to be their sister, that's something.
That's pretty cool.
Nice twist, isn't that? I hadn't seen that. You said you'd seen it before.
Well, she's an Illinoisan.
Yeah. I've never come across that. So I wouldn't have shown you that video if it was just a disability video. Because I think it's easy to, we have this philosophy here, and actually I cut out some parts of the video that I didn't like.
But you can stepped on some of our.
But you can go watch it. But we don't want to highlight. Oh wow, here's a person with a disability, and they actually accomplished something.
Right.
And you should feel really good about that. Like this. So we don't do videos for that purpose. So I cut out some of the commentary that had a few of those kind of comments in it. But wow, to be separated from your sister, and then it's sort of cool that they both became gymnasts, and that's you have to think that was in their bloods, or maybe her mother knew a little bit of it and encouraged it as a result.
Could be.
But she's obviously not typical in in her gymnastic abilities. I mean,
Right.
if she was the state champion or whatever,
And she was.
that's pretty good. So you saw her growing up,
I've
or you've seen videos
seen
along the
videos
way,
along
or
the way, news stories.
so yeah. Bryant, that was from Bryant Gumbel, from Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel on HBO. So that's just a clip of the longer.
But thanks, John, for sending that in. We would love to share stories like that, and any news that you want to share with us, we could put out there and share.
Yeah, that's cool. So thanks for doing that. Wanted to pass that one along. I love that. I think those reuniting stories are really.
I know they get you, don't they?
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, who would ever see? I never would have seen that twist. Although you said they look exactly alike.
They do look exactly alike.
Did you think that in the beginning of the?
Like when I first learned of the story? Yeah, I did. But I mean, when you see them standing side by side, you think, well, of course, they're sisters. They look so much alike. But it's such I don't know, atypical story. Yeah, that they would both be gymnasts, meet each other, and then
that's fun.
Become part of their lives. Yeah.
Pretty cool. That they know each other. That's a cool one. But now I think that's the end of our show.
Oh.
Okay. We'll pull it to an ending with that. That's a good story to end on.
It is
doesn't get any better than that one. We will be back next week with another show, an even better show.
How could it be better?
I don't know, but it is. We have
out.
Something in store next week that is just beyond thought.
Yeah.
Do look down below. We have the link to that video that we just watched, and also the Harmony video you could take a look at. We've also been pushing the Paralympics that are coming up this summer, and we're going to do some shows about that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that.
We're going to find some opportunities. We'll probably advertise it a little bit ourselves because we're excited about that being on prime time on NBC.
I actually shared a little. This is an advertisement for the Olympics, Paralympics on our Uniquely the Same Friends page. That is really cool because I never thought I'd live to see the day, but I'm glad I did. That they're actually hyping the Olympics and advertising the Olympics and Paralympics side by side together, and it's a really cool advertisement. So stop by and look at that.
Maybe we'll put that in on the show one of these times as well. But we thank you for taking your time tonight, and glad that you stayed with us all the way through to this point.
Yeah.
If you're still here, you are a hero.
You are. Well, you're our hero.
You're my hero. Yeah, even if you didn't stay, you're still a hero.
That's right.
In our eyes. But we're glad you came. We'll close the way we do every week with a slide presentation. But before the slide presentation, I just want to mention to you our saying, I'm uniquely the same. You're uniquely the same. Together, we can change the world. We'll see you next week.
Bye now.